see? I don't really hate grass at all. Look at this lovely, lush, green grass. A little bit of rain from Seattle really, really helps.
Hey you! Get off my lawn!
Alright guys, welcome back. This is the first week of October and we've got some good ripe figs here. I've got a Black Madeira to start off with. You know Black Madeira is good. I've got a Valle Negra that's ripe. Never had that yet. I've also got Hmari, a main crop Fiorone Di Ruvo. I've got Ronde De Bordeaux and Pellegrino. I think that's it. But you know, that's a good list of figs for us to go over today, see how they taste, give them a review, and hopefully you like the video. Alright, so let's go ahead and start here with this Valle Negra. Here are a few ripe figs on the tree. They are definitely ripe, overly ripe almost. There's 3 of them on here. Beautiful. Ooh. Let's see if I can get a leaf here. My Pellegrino tree right here. Now this one looks like it could use another day, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick it now. And then save this other one here for the future, just in case this one is not fully ripe. And this is my Hmari right here. This is about a 2-3-year-old tree. Looking forward to this one. It's supposed to be really sweet. Hmari means red in Arabic. Alright, so let's grab this Ronde De Bordeaux from Fig Row. Okay. And I'm really excited about picking this one. This is the Fioroni Di Ruvo. I've got a couple here on the tree. This one feels a little bit more ripe. These are large figs. Right, and so let's pick this Black Madeira right here. Looks like I lost one right here. This was actually the nicer of the two, but I still have a little guy right here. I actually have a couple Black Madeira trees that are ripe right now. Here's the other one. Now this Black Madeira, you remember this one? I actually rubbed a little bit of oil on it, and look at it. It's the first one to ripen. Pretty neat, huh? There's a few more on this tree. Another Black Madeira that I grafted onto a Desert King. However, the leaves here from the seller, you know, whoever I got it from, I have to re-look it up, does not look like a Black Madeira. Totally doesn't look like Black Madeira leaves. But I do have a ripe fig off of this tree. So we'll find out what it is. Is it a brown turkey? I wish it's not. Okay, so here's a quick scan of what we picked off today. Start from the top here. This is the Valle Negra. Pellegrino kind of reminds me of a Longadute. Hmari, I love that beautiful crackling on the skin right there. Very nice. This is Ronde De Bordeaux. Top 5 for most collectors. Fioroni Di Ruvo main crop. Big beautiful leaf, big beautiful fig. Black Madeira. Gorgeous fig. One of the best tasting figs probably going to be on this table here. And then a fake Black Madeira that was sold to me. We'll taste it and find out what it really is. You know, this kind of reminds me of last year's Fig Fest because there's so many figs to taste out here. Let's give them the good old weight scale right here. This is the Hmari at 20.5. Pellegrino, now these guys generally get a lot bigger than this, so 45.5. I've seen them a lot bigger than this. Valle Negra, now that skin is kind of tough, feels kind of leathery, 25.6. Let's do the bigger black Madeira on here. 34.6. Fiorone Di Ruvo. 63 exactly. Ronde De Bordeaux. 24.4. These are all grams, folks. And then the fake black Madeira kind of gave this guy a little bit of a rinse because it was not looking too good or clean. Maybe a little slug detect. 47.4. Got so many figs here on the table, I don't even have room for the cutting board. But we'll make do here. Huh. Okay. So there's a scammer out there that's selling, looks like a bird's brown turkey for black Madeira. Not cool. Not cool. Here's the Ronde De Bordeaux. Let's cut that guy. Oh my gosh, I could have waited on that one. Doesn't look ripe at all. Black Madeira. One better than the other. I think I'll have a comment on this as far as using the olive oil to ripen the fig. Hmari, oh that looks good. Hmari looks really good. Beautiful. Let's cut into this Fioroni Di Ruvo. Alright, that's kind of interesting. Very thick zirconium on that one. Valle Negra. Looks delicious. Oh yeah, that looks really good. And the Pellegrino, which I'm afraid is not fully ripened either. Okay, there we go. I mean, doesn't that look good, you guys? You have to admit, that is a colorful table full of delicious looking figs. Look at that. Beautiful Valle Negra, Pellegrino, Hmari, Black Madeira, Fiorone Di Ruvo. Not a fully ripe Ronde De Bordeaux, but still good looking. And then a fake Black Madeira. Boo! Well, you've probably heard enough about me. You're ready to see me eat some of these and give them a review, right? So let's go ahead and start with the Ronde De Bordeaux. I mean, it's the most common one. Everybody's probably got it. Here it is. I mean, it's typically a very good fig. This one is not fully ripe. That's my fault. I picked it too early. Still very good. Ronde De Bordeaux is just a solid fig. Stacy, this one could have been sweeter because, you know, it's a little bit green, but I would recommend Ronde De Bordeaux to anybody. I mean, if you had to add a top 5 into your collection, that would probably fall within the 5th spot. Let's try the Valle Negra. Now the leaves on these Valle Negra actually kind of remind me of the Ronde De Bordeaux, but it's nowhere near the same look internally, so it's definitely not the same fig. Okay, that one might have gone sour. Let's try a different one. Much better. Oh, that's good. That kind of actually, you know, maybe has a hint of that Marsh IV is black. The skin has a little bit of a bite to it. I mean, it is thicker than usual. I'm gonna throw this one away. That one's actually rotten, gross. But the Valle Negra, that's pretty good. I forgot to give a score to the Ronde De Bordeaux. That score, you know, if it's ripe, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. This Valle Negra is actually pretty good as well. I'm gonna give that an 8 for the one that is actually ripened correctly. Let's move over to the fake Black Madeira. So look at that. Somebody sold that as a Black Madeira cutting to me. Now there's a lot of sellers on eBay. Some you can trust, some you cannot. This, I'm not gonna name any names because I don't know who it is quite yet, but whoever sold this to me, shame on you. This is nowhere near a Black Madeira. Okay, just inspecting it just to make sure it's got no worms or anything weird in there. Okay, what a disappointment. That is watery, barely any sweetness to it. It's got a really yucky texture. Whatever that is, I'm probably gonna let that one go. I'd rather keep a DK that was on the rootstock over when I grafted onto it. Okay, let's move on to the Pellegrino. Check that out. Pellegrino. So there's a couple of them that are out there. This one I believe I got from either Marius. Yeah, this is not Vinny's. I'm not sure. Maybe it is. I'll try it anyways. Okay, not bad. Not overly sweet. We've had a little bit of rain around here lately, so it's slightly watery. But you know, I bought this because I love the look of the fig, the size of the fig, and because it's so different from everything else. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Longadute, but my Longadutes haven't ripened, so this one, you know, could be a sport of it or something slightly different. It's good. You know, I'll keep it. Now let's move on to the Hmari. Okay. Small little fig about the size of a quarter. Looks delicious. I mean, it's syrupy. And excited because this is supposed to be one of the highest sugar content figs from what it was described as. Not bad. The taste of that is actually very different from everything else that's been on this table. Slightly acidic, good though. It's a good fig. It's not sweet, overly sweet. I mean, I would say Peter's honey is actually much sweeter than it, but yeah, I'll give that one a 7 out of 10. If I had to go rate the Pellegrino, and I apologize, keep missing it, Pellegrino. In terms of flavor, I'd give it probably a 6 to 6.5 out of 10. Okay. Let's move over to the Fiorone Di Ruvo. Big fig. Usually big figs do not have great flavor. But I like big figs, so you know, I kind of account for that as far as like buying it for the novelty of the size versus the flavor. It's not bad. There's a slight hint of acidity to this. It's a big bite. I mean, it's gonna take me 3 bites just to eat a half. That's good. Sweetness levels not that high. It's not strawberry or jammy, but it has, you know, kind of a hint of sweetness to it and melony tones. So it's pretty good. I mean, it's a big fig, good looking fig. As far as flavor and taste, I'd probably give this thing about a 6.5 out of 10. And then of course, the king of all figs, at least to me anyways, the Black Madeira. All right, let's try this guy out. Have to take it slow. Let me take a breath. Clear the palate. Yeah. Okay, I'm just kidding. This is a really good fig. No matter what, it's productive. Wow, there's just this flavor and richness about it that it's hard to put your finger on, but Black Madeira is just hard to beat. Tops. 11 out of 10 in terms of flavor, sweetness, syrupiness, and bite and texture. So good. Love Black Madeira. If you don't have one, try to get one. You know, KK sells a very good strain. I have a couple of his. And I've also bought my Black Madeiras from different sources just to kind of see which one does better here. And his seems to produce a lot of figs, and you know, with a little protection, it ripens here in Seattle. I have a greenhouse, but I have ripened the fig without a greenhouse, and I brought it in a little bit early so that it has more time to ripen. Wow. Well, let's try this other one, this bigger one. It looks a little bit dried. This is the one I rubbed olive oil on. Doesn't look good. It looks, yeah. So my conclusion with the olive oil trick, it does get the skin and everything to move into the color of ripe fig. The flavor is way off. It's not as good. So I wouldn't recommend using olive oil to kind of speed up the process of the fig ripening unnaturally without the sun and heat that's needed for that, the flavor of it doesn't get a chance to develop. Anyways, you guys, that's all I have for you today. Actually, that's quite a bit. So if I had to pick the best fig, of course the Black Madeira. Second out of all of these would it be Valle Negra. That was a really good fig. It was tasty, syrupy, and it has the right amount of sugar content. The worst was that fake Black Madeira that I got. It's so sad. I'm gonna take that guy out of the greenhouse and probably just kind of leave it outside. If it makes it through the winter, great. If it doesn't, oh well. Anyhow, if you liked the video, subscribe. Best wishes and happy figging. Bye bye.